I found out my husband was living a double life. My name is Sophia. For 7 years, I believed I had the perfect marriage. My husband, James, was kind, hardworking, and always made me feel loved. Every morning, he kissed me goodbye before leaving for work. Every evening, he came home with flowers, groceries, or my favorite dessert. Everyone said I was lucky, and I believed them. But sometimes, the biggest lies are hidden behind the sweetest smiles. One Friday night, James told me he had an important business trip. "I'll be back on Sunday," he said as he packed his suitcase. I smiled and kissed him goodbye. A few minutes after he left, I noticed he had forgotten his tablet on the couch. I picked it up to call him. Just then, a notification appeared. "Don't forget Mia's birthday tomorrow. She can't wait to see you, Daddy." My heart stopped. We didn't have any children. My hands began to shake. I opened the message. There were dozens of photos. James was smiling, standing beside another woman. A little girl sat on his shoulders, laughing, in every picture. They looked like a happy family. I couldn't breathe. Maybe it was old. Maybe there was an explanation. I needed the truth. The next morning, instead of staying home, I followed him. He didn't drive to the airport. He didn't go anywhere near his office. Instead, he stopped in front of a beautiful white house across town. A little girl ran out the front door. "Daddy!" She jumped into his arms. James hugged her tightly and kissed her forehead. Then the same woman from the photos walked outside. She wrapped her arms around him. They looked like husband and wife. Tears filled my eyes. Everything I believed, everything I trusted, collapsed in a single moment. I walked to the front door. James saw me. The color disappeared from his face. "Sophia," his voice trembled. "It's not what you think." I looked at the little girl. She was smiling innocently. She had no idea what was happening. I quietly asked, "Who are they?" James looked at the ground. "They're my family." My heart shattered. "For 7 years." He nodded. Before he could explain, the other woman stepped forward. She looked just as shocked as I was. She whispered, "Wait, you mean you're his wife?" I stared at her. "What?" She pulled out her phone. There were wedding photos. She had been married to James for 5 years. She didn't know I existed, and I didn't know she existed. Her name was Rachel. We were both victims. James had been living 2 completely separate lives, 2 homes, 2 wives, 1 terrible lie. The silence was unbearable. Finally, I took off my wedding ring. I placed it in James' hand. "You didn't just break my heart. You destroyed 2 families." Without another word, I turned around and walked away. Months later, the truth finally caught up with James. Both marriages ended. He lost the trust of everyone he loved. As for me, I slowly rebuilt my life. It wasn't easy, but every day I became stronger because I learned something important. A beautiful lie will never be worth more than a painful truth. And sometimes, walking away is the bravest decision you'll ever make.